Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel. Please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of my weekly videos. We're going to be reading The Flood and the Ark, the story of the Prophet NUH. Get started. We are on Chapter 9. Noah praises to the council. Depend all that the people say to him. Depend all their mocking. Noah was patient and true to God. He continued to speak up for the truth. He spoke up against praying to idols, warning of the terrible punishment to come for those who went on doing it. After many years, a small number of people from among the very poorest in the land began to believe in the messenger Noah, but brought and to pray to one God. The spires of the king's council heard of this and told the counselors that Noah, together with some of those who believed, were brought before the councilor court. These were super rich nobles, sure that they would soon put a stop to Noah's preaching. Noah spoke to them as he spoke to all the people. His voice did not change, and his messenger did not change just because there were rich nobles. God's messenger is the same for all. The counselors listened to Noah and then said, "We see that you are just a normal person who is living now and will one day die like ourselves. As for your messages, we see that only the lowest of the low pay attention to it and follow you. They are blind and unthinking. We do not see that you are better or higher than us in any way. Rather the opposite. We think you are a liar." God gave Noah patience. He answered, "Oh, my people, God has given me mercy for himself. I am here speaking to you with the authority of a clear sign for my Lord. But if all this has been made dark to you, if you can't understand it, how should we force you to it? How can you be forced to understand what you do? Not what to understand." Then Noah reminded them again, "Oh, my people, I am not asking you for any of your rich. My wages will come only from God." The counselors talked against themselves. This Noah was not attacking them. He said, not trying to stir the people up against them or anything like that. Noah had made it clear that they were free to believe in the messenger from God or not believe. Even so, they wanted to show Nora in a bad light in front of the believers. They thought if we were in Nora's place, we would not want to stay among the poor. Rather, we would want to be rich nobles who would want to take sides with the poor. Of course, they only thought like this because they were hard-hearted men. They asked Nora to drive away. The poor would follow him. But Nora had no wish to join with the nobles. He had no wish to be one of the rich. He said to the councils, I will not drive away those who believe. Those who believe will surely meet their Lord. The counselor did not understand at all. They thought Nora is afraid that the poor who believe in his messenger will turn against him and harm him if he drives them away. So they exclaimed to Nora that if he did as they wanted, they would protect him. How foolish their counselor were. Nora felt sorry for them. He said, but I see you are people who don't know. The counselor said, looked blank. So Nora exclaimed to them that the believers would meet God. When they meet God, they would tell God that Nora had driven them away. Then God would question Nora about it, and who would protect Nora then? Nora then said to both the poor, who were his followers, and the counselors, O my people, who would help me against God if I drive you away? Nora felt sorry for his people. Most of them could not understand. They were used to men who pretended they had secret messengers from the spit or the spirit, men who wanted to set up a new idol and made money out of it. They were used to men who pretended to have special powers and who promised to make their followers rich and powerful. They were used to men who tried to turn one part of the people against the other part. Such men, when they spoke to one group, would say, follow us, join us, and all your enemies will be destroyed. But if the group did not join them, they would go to other group and say, follow us, join us, and all your enemies will be destroyed. Nora was not like such men. He was a true servant of God. He wanted to make peace between people, to teach them the trust in God, and to be good to one another, and to share things fairly. Nora had told them this many times, but he was a patient man and did not mind telling them again. He said, will you not Remember, I do not say to you, I owe the treasures of God. I can make you master over other. The unseen is to me unknown. I do not pretend to know it. And I do not say to you, I am an angel, and the people you are against, the ones you hate, I do not say about them that God will not give them any good. Only God knows, and God gives them and good. Only God knows, and God knows the best. What they have is their heart. If I did say such thing to you, I myself would be doing wrong. Then Nora explained to them again that he had come to give good news to those who would believe in God and do good deeds, and to warn those who went on praying to idols and doing wrong. He said, "Oh my people, pray to God. You have no God but him. There is no God but God. Truly I am afraid of you. I fear you, the punishment of a terrible day." The council of nobles were not wise than most of the community people. Like them, they were used to praying to priests of stone. Their heart had become like pieces of stone. They looked at Nora and saw the deep sorrow in his face. They saw that he wanted nothing for himself. They saw that he wanted the best for all of them, and yet asked for nothing in return. But his goodness did not touch their hearts. His sword did not move them. They called him a sympathy and other names because he denied their gods. They said to Nora, very temporarily, "We see that you are serious in the wrong. Take care or you will be sword and stoned." Nora answered straight away, "My people, there is no wrong in what I am saying. No, I am a messenger from the Lord of the Creator, the Lord of all creation. I am delivering to you the messages of my Lord too. Lord, the advice I am giving you is good advice, because I know from God what you do not know." And it was true that Nora did know. He knew from God of the terrible punishment for wrongdoers on the day of judgment, and he was afraid for his people. The counselor whispered among themselves, plotting. Then they turned to the small group of believers and said to them, "Think carefully before you answer. When the calves bring to our city the finest clothes and the finest furniture in the world, who is first to see them, you or us? Who is first to use them, you or us? When the harvest is gathered, who is the first to taste the best of the fruit of the earth, you or us? Who lived in the best house, you or us?" The believers were silent. The counselors went on, "Of course, you know the answer. It is we who are first in the land to see. And taste and use the very best of everything. Don't you foolish people realize that if there was any good in this praying to God that Nora talks about, we would be the first to know about it? The believers remained silent, but they moved closer to Nora to show that they stood by him and believed in him. The counselors noted this and their faces showed their anger. Then they started whispering, again plotting what to say next. Welcome everyone.